What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Talking Thrones for my first official Season 8 update video. For those of you that are new to my channel, I just want to let you know that I will be making videos all year just like I did for Season 7. I will release several videos each week and give you as many updates as possible. I love to make prediction and theory videos, but I also like making videos about the production of a new season. Anytime I receive some new information about the upcoming season, I will let you know, whether it's new set locations, filming schedules, set photos, new actors casted, and pretty much anything else to do with Game of Thrones. I know many of us are wondering when Season 8 will begin, so I will try to answer that question for you as best as I can today. And I have a few other exciting details that I think you will enjoy. But let's get the most important thing out of the way first. Everybody wants to know when Season 8 will begin, so I will give you the most recent news about the filming schedule thus far. HBO has neither confirmed nor denied these claims, but The Hollywood Reporter did interview HBO's programming president and some other executives from a few other networks, and as far as I know, Game of Thrones will begin filming in October, which is just 1 month away from today. When they filmed Season 7, they began in October as well, so as of right now, we are on the same schedule as last year. Since winter is here in Game of Thrones, they have started filming later than usual, that way they can film during the winter months, that way it can appear colder with much more snow on the ground. But even though filming will start in October again, that doesn't mean we will see Season 8 in July, because this season will take a significant amount of more work to produce. Season 8 will only have 6 episodes, but a few different people that work for HBO have said that they plan on making each episode feature film length. Game of Thrones episodes typically run around 60 minutes per episode, but in Season 8 they are thinking each episode may be closer to 80 to 90 minutes each. Which is great because even though there is only going to be 6 episodes, if they are each around 90 minutes long, then that's close to a normal season's worth of content. I firmly believe each episode in Season 8 will look and feel more like a movie. And since Game of Thrones is turning into this next level television show cinematically, it will take a lot longer to produce in post-production. I will give you a quote from Casey Bloys, who is HBO's programming president, and Casey says, "Our production people are trying to figure out a timeline for the shoot and how much time the special effects are going to take. The shooting is already complicated enough. They have to film on several different continents with all the technical aspects, and the special effects are a whole other production period that we're trying to figure out." That is a big factor in all of this, because as the show gets bigger and more complicated, I have to follow the producer's lead and let go of the fact that we might not be able to get a new season of Game of Thrones each year. They have to do the best show that they can do, and with shows like Game of Thrones, sometimes if you want the big show and the big scope, it takes a lot longer to make. This is definitely something we have to consider when waiting for Season 8 to premiere. They may take the same amount of time to film as they did for Season 7, but the post-production for Season 8 is going to take a lot longer with the special effects team. Now that the Army of the Dead is south of the Wall, we're going to be seeing them a lot more than we have ever seen them before. And that's the same thing with the dragons. All of this is done with CGI, and when you are making these epic battles, it can take weeks or even months to work to create battle scenes with dragons and thousands of wights. Plus, you have to choreograph all of the real actors and extras that are going to be fighting them. If we want to continue getting a show that is a cinematic phenomena, then we're going to have to be patient. Season 8 will be the last season, so I completely understand if they want to take their time with this. I want the show to end on a high note just as much as everybody else. When a show ends poorly, it can affect the entire show's legacy, and I certainly do not want that to happen with Game of Thrones. I have committed so much of my time to this, so I'm praying that it ends in epic fashion, and I want Season 8 to blow us away, story-wise and cinematically. As far as I know, Dan and Dave have finished the Season 8 scripts, and they have turned them in, so the final season has its story. Now we just have to wait for them to bring it to life. I know there are Season 8 leaks floating around out there already, but I do not believe they are real at all. I have not read them all, but I was told a bunch of scenes to me and it sounds fake. In my opinion, I think someone wrote them up themselves as fan fiction because they knew the Season 8 leaks were accurate, so they figured they could pass anything off as a real leak now. But don't believe everything that you read. There is some other exciting Season 8 news that just came out today thanks to a group of people in Ireland who follow Game of Thrones. There is a Twitter page called Irish Thrones, and they are dedicated to sharing information about the Game of Thrones locations in Ireland. According to them, some of the Game of Thrones sets are already operational and have begun preparing to film Season 8 next month. One of their tweets says the set in Corbett, Ireland is back up and running, and work is well underway and very busy. The Riverrun Castle front is still up and operational and very busy too. And this is pretty exciting news in my opinion. This must mean Game of Thrones plan on filming something in Riverrun during Season 8. They also said a lot of work is taking place on the field facing Riverrun's castle, and I think we're going to see an army assemble there. I think this can mean a few different things actually, but I don't want to speculate too much until I see some actual photos. If they are preparing to film at Riverrun, then that might mean we will see Edmure Tully once again, and perhaps he is preparing to march troops north to help the Starks fight the Army of the Dead. Now that the Night King and his army are south of the wall and moving towards Winterfell, Jon and Daenerys are going to need every soldier they can possibly get their hands on. The last time we saw Edmure Tully was at Riverrun with Jaime Lannister. Edmure was still being held captive by the Freys, but Jaime used him to gain access inside of the castle that the Blackfish wasn't willing to just hand over. We never actually got to see what happened to Edmure after this, but when Jaime went back to celebrate with Walder Frey, we did get some information from Walder Frey that stated where Edmure currently was.
This came together rather well. Your father would be pleased.
Sure he would be.
Edmure's back in the cell. Can't go killing my son by law. Wouldn't be right. Give the family a bad name.
Walder Frey told Jaime that he had put Edmure back in the cells, but as we all know, Arya wiped out all of them at the Twins. But we never did see her release Edmure Tully. But this could be where Jaime Lannister comes into play once again. Jaime Lannister is now heading north, and as far as I know, he is heading north by himself. And Jaime may end up stopping by Riverrun or the Twins on his way north, and he may try and persuade others to help him and come north to Winterfell. But like I said, I do not want to speculate too much right now until I actually see some photo evidence. But I thought it was very interesting that they have a crew back at Riverrun set preparing it for something. If you think you know what they might be doing at Riverrun, leave it down in the comments because I would like to hear what ideas you may have about this news. But to sum everything up in this video, Season 8 preparations have already begun and they are setting the stage to start filming in October. More news and photos will start to come out daily very soon now that things are underway. And we might have a long wait, but I am already getting excited just thinking about some of the things that we could potentially see in the final season. Since the final 6 episodes may be around feature film length, I think we can expect it to be visually stunning once again. I just hope they crafted the scripts well enough to tell a cohesive story that makes sense, and is satisfying in some way. Although we will probably get a bittersweet ending in the television show too, but either way I will be happy because there aren't any other shows that I am dedicated to like I am with Game of Thrones. I hope to see you all continue this journey with me, so thank you all so much for watching today's video. Things are just getting started with production, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel, that way you can stay up to date with any and everything Game of Thrones related. I also want to thank you kind people on Patreon who support this channel. I really do appreciate all that you do. I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.